Hello everyone, my name is Rob, I'm from Lanes and Gamers. This is part 31 of Forza Horizon 5. Apparently I can redeem this reward, which is 1000 XP. I didn't know what the hell this was for, but it was just something that was there. I saw it on the car collection thing, so let's see what we can do, because we need to do some more races. Probably going to be more street races, to be honest. But then we've unlocked, another Horizon Adventure chapter once we've got enough, and then that'll be that. So, what do we want? Don't want to do a festival playlist. I want to change the filter again, and I realise this might be a bit boring with it just all being street races, but what I should do is I should really do that and then go to street racing events, so they're all there. But if I do all of them, then I realise there's a crap load of them, but I realise if I do all of them, then essentially how have I not done this one? Because it doesn't say new next to it, so it must be something. Oh, is that one that I was going to say, was that a one that was like in a tournament or something? So I've technically done it, but I haven't done the actual event that it's supposed to take place in. I do wonder. But we did about, 5, maybe even 6 street races in the last one. I don't think we need to do that many this time. It's just, I want to get the Horizon XP up, and then not the XP. Oh, I forgot what it's called now. The adventure point, the accolade points, or whatever it's called, and then obviously that will allow you to do more adventure chapter stuff. And like I said, I want to get 3 adventure chapters in a row, and then they can come out as a thing, like story-wise. That seems to be how I'm doing it with Halo Infinite as well. I'm doing like a mission or two, and then I'm doing like side missions. Now you don't obviously need to do things in that game to do the proper missions. You can literally just do the entire story if you want, but it just seems to be the way that I'm doing it, because I don't like just go. I mean, it depends on the game obviously, but if a game has got side missions and stuff, I don't like the repetitive nature of going and doing the same thing, like just essentially ploughing through the story. It's not. Like, for some people that's what they want to do, but it's not what I always want to do. I mean, it's like with Need for Speed Most Wanted. The 2005 version, obviously, because that's the only one that I've done on this channel. Although I did saying that, the 2012, like, I'm not going to call it a remake, because it's not a remake, but the 2012 version, people give that a bad rap at the time, and I was one of them. But the truth is, I ended up like playing it quite a bit. And the thing about it is that it's like I only realised this after I was watching a video on it, like I was watching Kuro's video on it, or not his video on it, but like a video that he did with the game. He was doing one of his streaming racing marathons. And he was playing that, and I was looking at the gameplay. I was like, yeah, I remember this. This was actually fun. And he was like, yeah, it's fun. It's just, it's not Most Wanted. If you've played the original Need for Speed Most Wanted, if that's the Need for Speed that you like, if you think of Need for Speed and you think of Most Wanted, the like the 2005 version, the remake is just, it's an insult. Yeah, it's an insult if you think of it as a remake of Most Wanted, but it's not a remake of Most Wanted. It's essentially Need for Speed Burnout. And for some reason, my Corvette is white again. I absolutely hate that. But yeah, if you think of that game as like Need for Speed Burnout, and if you know anything about the development history of that game, it's actually impressive. Like, what they actually did. Like, that game was essentially created in 9 months. Like, once you realise that piece of information that it was only made in 9 months, and that's probably about as long as I played it. Like the year that game was active, I probably bought it like used like 3 months after it came out, because everyone, you know, hated it originally when it came out, so it dropped down in price massively, and that's when I picked it up. Like, I actually had a lot of fun with that game, but it's not Most Wanted, if you know what I mean. I had a lot of fun with Burnout games as well. You know, I love Burnout 3, I love Burnout Revenge. Weirdly, I never got into Burnout Paradise. I had it, but I could never get into it for some reason. Like, I played bits of it, and every time I played it, I was like, yeah, I can see why people like this, but I was just never very good. I didn't seem to be very good at it. Like, even with the starter cars, like right at the start of the game, maybe wasn't it like always online or something? I can't remember if it was like one of those first immediately online, like online only games. Maybe it's because I got it like a year or whatever after it came out. I'm doing terribly in this car. I can't seem to brake. I don't know what it is with this Corvette. This white one, it seems to handle a lot worse than the... Oh god, I'm nearly at the end as well. That sucks. It's what I get for trying to concentrate and talk about the remake of Need to Be Most Wanted. But yeah, I called it a remake. It's not a remake, it's a completely different game that just so happens to share its name. But I did actually enjoy that, and if you go into it not like expecting Most Wanted, the 2005 version, then you'll actually have a lot of fun with it. Thank God I actually won. I can't believe like I braked for that corner and still went off the track. Maybe it's the other thing about this is it's actually been a couple of days since I played this game. It might even been like 2 weeks or so. To be honest, I'm a little bit rusty. Yes, I'm getting the excuses in early. No, seriously though, when you don't play a game for a bit, you do actually get a bit rusty. Because obviously I'm recording this in like February, and this is coming out. I only need 900 XP. That's really not a lot. I mean, I could literally just drive to Tunnel Run. Oh god, that sounds... You know what, let's do it. We're going a slower car though, actually. We won't go in this, because this version of the Corvette seems to handle really badly. I don't know why it seems to lose its colour as well. Like, because, as you saw, when I picked it, it wasn't this colour. It was orange. So, I don't know why it does this. Someone knows, let me know in the comments. But yeah, Burnout Paradise, I enjoy, like, from what I played, I enjoyed, but I could never really get into it, if you know what I mean. Like, I started it and I was like, I just seem to be like losing races immediately. And maybe it's because when I got it, it was like a year, maybe even 2 years after it came out. And maybe it was a bit easier when it originally, because I think it was one of those online only games. But yeah, I just could not get into it. Like, I liked doing the billboards and stuff like that and finding all the shortcuts, but the actual races and events I just couldn't do. Never got into it. But I actually completed all of the 2012 Most Wanted. I even got all the DLC. I know. I was the kind of person where I was like, I don't like DLC. I don't like buying it. And then I ended up like getting like all of it because I liked that game that much when I was actually playing it. So yeah, I was supporting EA's kind of shitty business practices, but I was a teenager at the time, so what can you do? If I get that game, I don't have it anymore, but if I do actually get that game again, I wouldn't say I'd let's play it, but because that would actually be quite confusing on the channel, but yeah, I suppose every other YouTube channel that does Need for Speed stuff has done it, so probably wouldn't be that confusing, as long as it's like obviously titled, because I did title all the Most Wanted ones 2005, so yeah, if I ever do get that game again, I might, I don't know if it, oh god, that's a restart. Don't normally like including the restarts, but that was like, I just could not see that corner coming. I got to remember that's there. I might even just shut up and not do it. Well, no, I can't shut up and not do commentary. I noticed that a lot of cars up there are actually red, so we've gone for a bunch of red cars. Well, the AI and me have. Yeah, I went for this slightly slower Mercedes because, well, why wouldn't you? I think a super quick car would have been insane on this track. I mean, God, thanks for like shoving me and going completely sideways there, mate. I also hate like how like you get like these huge jeeps and stuff. But I've complained about this game before with stuff like that, but it is quite annoying. I mean, with how wide it is and how narrow some of these tunnels are, it's like, it's awkward to get past them. Right, let's oh, we're not going around that corner this time. We had a race before where we went around that corner, and that was awkward because you just never knew that corner was coming up. Like, I attempted it several times, and every single time I just forgot that that corner existed because of just how tight it is. Looks like we're going to get a tight corner coming up here. So let's brake heavily for it. Yep, that worked well. We're only 65% of the way through. I'll tell you what will be coming up soon on the channel, actually. Well, I say that. Astro's Playroom next week is the final one. So hopefully it will be being replaced. It will be I can't speak, man. But it will be replaced with Ratchet and Clank 2, which is something I've wanted to do for ages because I did the original one in HD on the PS3, and then the HD PVR broke, and then so there was no way really. The annoying thing with the PS3 is there's no way to capture apart from with component. So I either had to buy a whole new HD PVR or some adapter for the component to HDMI, because you can't record with HDMI on the. Apparently, I downloaded that because it's the Games at Go game for February. If you're wondering what that was there. Probably not going to play it, but good to have it on the account in case in the future I want to. If you want to see me play it, let me know. But yeah, so not next week, but like the week after, it should be Ratchet and Clank 2 in HD on PS3. If it isn't, well, I have not actually tested this component adapter. At all. Like, I got it like a month or so ago. I was like, oh, I can, it'll plug in with USB, it'll be fine. No, it doesn't plug in with USB, it requires to be plugged into the wall. That's great. Because I looked at it, it was like, oh, it requires 5 volts DC power. Oh, well, that's great. I have a adapter that's like, I have a USB to 5 volt thing. I can just plug that in. No, it's the wrong side. It's the wrong connector. Bloody annoying. And also, if you can hear like screaming outside, it's like it's like there's kids, my neighbour's kids. So yeah, I should really try and get soundproofing, but what really can you do? And I don't think it would really help, because the problem is it's like my window is like messed up. I shouldn't admit this. But it's one of those things where for some reason the windows it's messed up in like a really bizarre way. I can get a wheel spin. Let's do a wheel spin. I don't want to do that. You told me to do like a wheel spin and then you take me to like the adventure screen. I don't want to. Let me do the thing. Yeah, the thing is with my window is it's slightly broken in the way that there's like a small little gap to... Oh, I have a lot of messages. What's these messages? News. Okay, what? The Horizon World Cup. By completing festival players. Okay. Don't really care. I guess it ended. I've been gifted a crap load of stuff. I've been gifted a Santa outfit, which I've already redeemed. Let's download these gift cards then. But yeah, my window is slightly dodgy in the fact that there's a small little gap in it. So if you can hear anything, like if you can hear any screaming or anything from outside, it's from the kids playing outside. Nothing really I can do unless it's not like, it doesn't like let rain or wind or anything like that in. So it's not really like a problem. It's just sound-wise it's the problem. Occasionally. And normally, of course, the kids are at school. So, not exactly a problem normally, but is at the time of recording. That was a whole bunch of stuff that I just downloaded there. Hope that was exciting content. Let's just delete this, because we don't need this message. Let's do one more. Oh, we've got a wheel spin as well. That's why I originally went onto this menu, wasn't it? What are we going to get? We're going to get a Porsche, which we already had, but that's like something out of... Well, it is something out of Need to Be Most Wanted. Let's do another race. We're not going to do street... Actually, yeah, we'll do one more street race, and then in the next part we will actually move on to doing Horizon Adventure chapters. Where do we want to go next? Well, this seems to be the nearest one. Because how many is left now? How many street races left? Let's count. We've got 1, 2... We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 left. Assuming that there's none over here, which I'm pretty sure we've done all of these over here. So that's not that many, if you think about it. It's 8 races left. If we do 4 in the next, like, after I've done the Horizon Adventure chapters, that's that done. Like all the street races. So I might actually just do that. I mean, if you guys don't like street races, I'm sorry, but you know, it's like what I want to do. I guess, you know, maybe in future like games and stuff where I'm doing stuff like this, you know, you guys can have input. But when I've mentioned this before, when you're recording so far in front, there's really not much like. If you're doing YouTube stuff, if you're recording so far in front like I do, you got to deal with it like as an audience. Horrible to say really, but you just have to, like, you know. There'll be people like, because at the time of recording, what was it? ODST like hasn't come back from hiatus. That's how long ago this is. Like Halo Infinite hasn't come out, not like nothing like that has happened. So there'll be bits where people will be like, you missed this, and this in Halo Reach. In Halo Reach. In Halo ODST. You, like, missed this, what would it called? In, like, this audio log here, you could have easily got it. Like, well, thanks, but I finished it, like, before even the year was out. Let's actually try this Porsche, because we just got it. Yeah, it's an absolutely horrible shade of yellow, but whatever. I don't know what's going to replace Ratchet and Clank then if I can't do it though. Well, technically Astro's Playroom is what it's replacing, but you know, I I'll have to look. I mean, like I said, I got a bunch of games recently, so we'll see. But I don't know what is going to replace it if I can't do Ratchet and Clank. I really do want to do it though. I had so much fun with the original one, even though at one point it went on hiatus because I was doing too many games. So maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should do Enslaved Odyssey to the West, because I started that and then never did the rest of it. Maybe that is what I should do as, like, if I can't do Ratchet and Clank, because it is backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so it's very easy to record. But I don't know how long it is. I also could just do what is it? I could do Pac-Man and Ghostly Adventures 2, because I ended up buying that. This is what I mean about this bloody truck. This is absolute, like, this isn't a street racing vehicle. Why is it even allowed in this, like, type of race? Why is it even allowed in off-road races, to be honest? That's why I originally ranted about that in one of the, like, video, like, say ages ago. You know what I mean? Like, a few videos back. I was like, it's so shit that you essentially get, like, stuff like that in this game. Like, I would enjoy driving it, but I don't want it in races like this. It's not a street racing vehicle. It should not be. You shouldn't see it, essentially. The AI shouldn't drive it. But, yeah, we're 80% of the way there. I almost completely went off-road. Well, I did go completely off-road there, but, I felt like I was slowing down. But now we're getting faster. And we're nearly there at the finish, because I can see it. I can see the purple. So let's go over sideways. And just, like, die, essentially. Right. Well, we've done that. So in the next part, we're going to be doing a Horizon Adventure chapter. And then, we'll do some other stuff, I guess. We'll be doing 3 adventure chapters in a row, and then we'll be going back to the street racing. So yeah, this has been part 31 of Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox One. I've been Rob, from the Insane Gamers, and ta-ra.